Well, I wasn't planning on filming tonight because I'm actually on my family holiday today, well, the last few days. But we're right at Okanagan Lake and we got water, there's fish in it, and I just can't help myself. So a couple hours before sunset, and we're approaching the longest day of the year right now, longest daylight hours of the year right now in mid-June. So I thought, well, why don't I come out and give it a shot and turn the camera on and see what we can catch. I know there are lots of northern pike minnows in here. I know how much you guys love watching me catching northern pike minnows. So let's do this. Ultralight spinning setup today. So this is a G-Lumas spinning rod, 5 feet long, rated 1 to 4 pound test. And this is actually my favorite ultralight trout spinning rod. And I use it for trout, I use it for rainbows, cutthroats, anything that's up to like 3 or 4 pounds. Sometimes a little bigger. It's very nice. It's a beautiful rod and so sensitive. I'm just casting a little crocodile spoon right now. I believe that's a 1/8 ounce crocodile spoon. I might switch to a blue flux spinner in a little bit. I've already caught one about 10 minutes ago, so I thought, well, we better turn the camera on just so you can also see what's going on here. Northern pike minnow, it's a native freshwater fish species. I mentioned that in many videos in the past. These fish are natural predators to salmon and trout and all kinds of fish. Lots of people don't like them because of that, but it is a natural predator. It's a natural selector, very important to the prey's population. If you learn about natural selection in high school, that's what it's all about, right? So these fish prey on salmon, juvenile salmon and trout, and they kind of weed out all the weak ones before, so the stronger ones, so the stronger ones can survive, and that ensure the stronger population. Look at that, oh, that's a big run. So if you're using, so these fish, a lot of people say they don't really fight. That is not true at all. If you're using the right tackle, so like an ultralight trout spinning setup, they can put up a good fight. With a tiny Shimano 1000 spinning reel, that drag, did you hear that? That drag actually went screaming. We're fishing in like maybe, I don't know, like 5 or 6 feet of water, pretty far from the cabin, from shore, but the lake is relatively shallow all the way out, and so I'm not fishing very deep. Just letting the spoon drop a little bit, and just kind of wait, and just retrieve slowly. And you know, these fish, they're predatory and they're kind of dumb, so they're very aggressive, so they'll grab just about anything that moves. So it shouldn't take too long to get another bite, hopefully. That was a good run, eh? Like I say, they don't fight like salmon, but they're not bad at all either, if you're using the right tackle. So let's see if we can get another one here. There should be lots. I know this lake has lots of minnows, so we got northern pike minnows, we got chub, we got carp in here, we got suckers. These are what you call ideal sport fish. People don't eat them, but so much fun for kids to catch. If you come out here for like a summer holiday, you can catch them between spring and autumn when it's warm. These fish are very, very active in the shallows. And I was actually fishing a little closer to shore before, but I didn't have any success. I think the water temperature is still quite low. We're having a pretty late start this spring. There's a fair amount of pressure coming down from the mountains, so that's keeping the water temperature quite low. And these fish, they tend to enjoy higher water temperature than trout. So I had to come a little further out into the deep to find these fish. But normally we could actually catch these fish from shore just with bait. But you know what, I had the rod out in the last couple of days from the beach at our cabin. No luck, except one fish, which means this fish must be a little further out. And you can catch rainbows in here as well. So it's a pretty diverse fishery if you're coming out here to fish. Yeah, and carp. Many years ago, 10 years ago actually, we stayed at my friend's cabin, and I caught a really nice carp here. But I haven't seen any during this trip, so could be too early. Oh, bite. Oh, it bite again. Come on, again. Bite one more time. There's 3 bites in a row. It's gonna stop the lure, see if didn't come. Oh, there it is. You see? You pause it and they just kind of hit it. This one's not very big. This one's pretty tiny. What is that? That doesn't look like a... Oh, that is not a pike minnow. What is that? That... my sunglasses almost dropped in the water. That is a rainbow trout. Okay, we trying to catch pike minnow, but we got a rainbow trout. It kind of jumped right away too. Let me show it to you all. Pretty skinny fish. Oh, skinny rainbow trout. Okay, come down. There it is. Skinny rainbow trout we got here. Yeah, let's let it go. That's funny. I didn't think I was gonna catch a rainbow trout, but oh well. Not complaining at all. Can't find spinning rods that's rated 1.1 to 4 pound test. These aren't as common, but you can usually find spinning rods that are rated between 2 and 6 pounds, and that's, you know, just as good in my opinion. But 1 to 4 pound test, it's so sensitive that I use these for kokanee fishing as well, for any rainbow trout fishing in lakes. Occasionally I use it for rivers, again targeting cutthroat trout. It's a lot of fun. It's a great setup. Give it a pause. Sometimes that works. Sometimes if you pause while you're reeling, you know, retrieving that lure, if there is a fish following behind it, it might surprise them, right? So if you pause it, the fish is like, whoa, what's going on here? I better grab that. Yeah, it works more often than not. And sometimes if you retrieve and you twitch the lure, that works pretty well as well. So it's not just a simple retrieval the entire time, but you can, you know, adapt different methods into it, and that can improve your hookups. You can change your retreat speed as well. The slower you go, the deeper it's gonna go, and some fish prefer a really slow retrieve. Some prefer a really fast retrieve, but generally freshwater fish in North America, well, in Canada, we tend to retrieve our lures fairly slowly. It's not like tropical saltwater fishing where you're trying to crank it as fast as you can, but they tend to like it nice and slow, so they can chase it down, because we're fishing in pretty cold water here. The fish are not like super active. Clearly, I can't catch a pike minnow, so let's show you all this instead. Look at that. It's a beautiful sunset we got. Well, I am gonna pack it up now. I think it was getting too dark for them to bite. It was definitely a lot more active earlier, like an hour ago, and then just kind of died down. So maybe pike minnows like to bite during the day instead. Who knows? But I'm gonna go back. Got lots of the cleanup to do in the cabin before we leave tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, even though I didn't catch a pike minnow.